Hi everybody, welcome to New Day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. I'm Jim. I'm very grateful that you've tuned in to watch. Yeah, it's been a while. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing better than I ever planned, better than I ever hoped. I'm doing really well. I'm still currently living in the sober house. Today I'm 80 days sober. No hypes, no pipes, no booze, no pills. Staying away from the weed too. 80 days total abstinence, and I feel fucking great. Excuse my language. Just the things that are happening in my life today are, like I said, they're just unbelievable. They were unplanned. And they're a miracle of God's grace. Just an outcome of me doing the next right thing and living a less selfish life. Just a quick plug. I want to ask you to go over and check out a YouTube channel I've been following for a couple years now. He's looking for some support, looking to grow his channel. The channel name is Everyday Demons Won't Conquer Us. The host's name is Rob the Hard Knock Coach, and he is or wants to be a spiritual advisor and like a spiritual life coach, if I have that correct. I've been watching Rob for about 2 years. I've had some communication with him. He's a great guy. He's out of New York. He's someone else that has turned his life around, as far as I know, and he's just a really down-to-earth, God-centered person. So I'll leave a link in the description, and I ask that you go over and check him out. Subscribe if you can. Help the guy out. He's a lot more in tune with how to help people than I am. Anyways, what's going on with me? Man, things are good. Things are good. Yeah, I currently have 3 jobs, 2 in the restaurant industry, and I just started orientation yesterday at a new job right up my alley. It's a community outreach organization. They own shelters, safe injection sites, after school programs with like a community, what's it called? It's like an after school program for kids. Like community, I can't think of the name of the building. They own boarding houses, other things like that. Man, it's a union job. It's I've been hired on as a casual worker in some of their facilities, just doing some work for them. Yeah, and it's very well paying job. It's not that job I talked about in my last video that was whatever, 75,000 a year or whatever that was. But this isn't too far behind if I could get on full time. So it's casual, part time. I'm a relief worker, but I will, the bonus is that I have guaranteed work all of December, because the person I'm going to be relieving is going on vacation for the entire month. So I have steady work the whole month, plus my 2 other jobs. So I mean, I've got that. I just found out today, the sober house that I'm living in, they want to interview me tomorrow. They've asked me for my permission if they could, and they want to use me as a success story. Wild. And they want to share my story with like and my successes with their donators, with the people who donate money to their organization, right? Because the other part of this sober house was the treatment center I was in, you know, back in March till June. Yeah, that sucks, eh? If I didn't, like, I had that 2 months of relapse. I could have had, like, 8 months complete abstinence had I not, you know, made some poor choices back in June and July. It is what it is. You know, without that relapse, I wouldn't be where I am today. The other thing is I'm going to be applying for college probably next week, so I can start in January, a 2-year social service worker course. I'm going to go start part-time, start with 3 courses. I've got some money saved that I can pay for that myself. I don't need to get loans or student assistance. I'm going to start that way. Luckily, they do have 3 terms a year, so I can, I think by September next year, I can have my first semester completed. You know, small steps, little steps, take it easy. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. One other thing I wanted to say, I guess, is that I've kind of come to these realizations lately. One is that, like, life doesn't happen to me. Life is a direct result of my choices, right? Like, life isn't happening to me. You know, I can't be like, oh my God, my life sucks because of the... If my life ever sucked, it was because of choices I made, right? And that's all there is to it, right? Like, I'm not a victim of anything, right? And it's such a horrible mentality to have, in my personal opinion. For me, I don't ever want to be a victim. So anything bad that's ever happened in my life is a direct result of choices and actions I have taken. And mostly that self-centeredness, right? That poor me. And, you know, when I start living in accordance with God's plan, because God does have a plan, and it's beyond my comprehension what that might be, as long as I make right choices in accordance to God's plan, then the outcome is just more than I could have ever imagined. Life's pretty good today. Another thing, I just thought about this actually on my walk home tonight. What did I think about? Oh, what did I think about? Crap, I totally lost that thought now. I know I, like, bought a guy a meal outside of the 7-Eleven. He was asking for change, and, you know, I didn't have change on me, but I got him something to eat, and that was great. That's what I thought about walking home. That this world and the people in it don't owe me a damn thing, you know? Nobody owes me nothing. This world doesn't owe me anything. But if I'm in the right state of mind, and if I'm working in accordance with God's plan, I owe this world everything. I owe God everything. He's given me life. And with that gift of life, I now have the power of choice to choose to grow, to improve, and to make other people's lives better to the best of my ability. I also have the choice to just live a crappy life and make bad choices and poor choices and unhealthy choices. But if I owe God everything, then what service am I doing him by making poor choices? I don't know, I don't know where that came from today, but I thought about that on the way home. Yeah. I don't know. I've got to do my home group here in a few minutes. I just wanted to check in with you guys, say hi. Putting some weight on too, almost up to 200 pounds. Been working out daily. Working out mind, body, and soul. Just all around becoming a healthier person. Yeah. I guess we can probably try to make this quick. Today is September 9th. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday. We've already sent him his birthday present. He's received it and is utilizing it, so that's good. I got, like, almost all my Christmas shopping done, at least for my kids. I have to buy one more thing, a big thing for my son, and that'll be done. feels good. First time ever. First time ever. You know, I'm not rushing at the last minute to like try to like put this stuff together. It's a good feeling. So from a new day, September 9th. The breeze of divine grace is blowing upon us all, but one needs to set the sail to feel the breeze of grace. I think that's kind of in line with what I was saying, right? Just need to make choices. Ramakrishna. When we take our first faltering steps on the road to recovery, we hope for little else than to be relieved of our self-destructive thoughts and behavior. With God's help, this soon occurs for many of us. For a time, we are content, but then one day an intriguing possibility is presented. If by God's power we've been granted a release from our obsessions and addictions, why shouldn't we, by the same means, be able to achieve a release from other difficulties, such as jealousy, depression, and fear? Jealousy is one I still got to work on, but I'm getting there. Certainly, we had tried long enough and hard enough to change ourselves through our own efforts with little or no success. So what did we have to lose? Little by little, we tried to employ God's power and grace in other areas of our lives. Gradually, things changed for the better. Our faith deepened and our trust grew stronger. And eventually, we found ourselves presenting to others the same intriguing possibility that had been presented to us. How exactly can we set our sail to make the possibility a reality? We must be truly aware that a particular character flaw isn't working. We must become ready and willing to have it removed. We must humbly ask God to remove it. Thought for today: expect a miracle, but do the footwork. That almost is right in line with what I was saying. Expect a miracle, but do the footwork, right? God gave me this gift. Now it's up to me. I owe him, right? Daily reflections. Oh, yeah, it's November. Did I just read November or September? I just read September 9th. Man, okay. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna start over. Sorry about that. That's funny. Okay. The wrongdoer is often the person who has left something undone rather than the person who has done something. Marcus Aurelius. We still shudder at the memory of those emotional hangovers. Anxiety was our constant companion, surrounding us like heavy fog. We often had the feeling that we would run aground. The problem was a buildup of unresolved issues between ourselves and others. We carried around an ever weightier burden of bad feelings and lingering troubles. The solution turned out to be surprisingly simple. We've learned to take the time each day to honestly and forthrightly look at ourselves and to review unfinished personal business. We regularly ask ourselves if we've been unkind, prideful, or selfish in any way. We check to see if we have to make amends to anyone, if we need to clear up a misunderstanding or right a wrong. If the answer to any of these questions is yes, we map out a plan to promptly and thoroughly clean the slate. It has gotten easier and easier to apologize, to admit and remedy mistakes, and to regularly inventory our character assets and liabilities. And now that we've found a way to prevent these unresolved issues from building up in harmful ways, we have far more peace of mind. Thought for today: you can't afford the price of excess emotional baggage. Now we'll move on to daily reflections. Now that I've figured out what day it is. November 9th, stepping into the sunlight. But first of all, we shall want sunlight. Nothing much can grow in the dark. Meditation is our step out into the sun, as Bill sees it, page 10. Sometimes I think I don't have time for prayer and meditation, forgetting that I always found the time to drink. It is possible to make time for anything I want to do if I want it badly enough. When I start the routine of prayer and meditation, it's a good idea to plan to devote a small amount of time to it. I read a page from our fellowship's books in the morning and say, "Thank you, God." When I go to bed at night, as prayer becomes a habit, I will increase the time spent on it, without even noticing the foray it makes into my busy day. If I have trouble praying, I just repeat the Lord's Prayer because it really covers everything. Then I think of what I can be grateful for and say a word of thanks. I don't need to shut myself in a closet to pray. It can be done even in a room full of people. I just remove myself mentally for an instant. As the practice of prayers continues, I will find I don't need words, for God can and does hear my thoughts through silence. I think gratitude is one of the most important things we can express in this life. With an attitude of gratitude, it makes it hard to be angry or depressed about anything, right? There's lots out there to be thankful for. I have air in my lungs, food in my stomach, and a roof over my head. What else does a human need? Love from friends and other people, right? None of this isolation bullcrap. We need to be around people and to be helpful to others. I don't think people need much more. And then we will finish off this video with, just for today, from the NA 12-Step Fellowship. The best laid plans. It is our actions that are important. We leave the results to our higher power. Basic text, page 91. There's an old saying we sometimes hear in our meetings: if you want to make God laugh, make plans. When we hear this, we usually laugh too, but there's a nervous edge to our laughter. We wonder if all our carefully laid plans are doomed to fail. If we're planning a big event, a wedding, a return to school, or perhaps a career change, we begin to wonder if our plans are the same as our higher power's plans. We are capable of working ourselves into such a frenzy of worry over this question that we refuse to make any plans at all. But the simple fact is that we really don't know whether our higher power's plans for our lives are carved in stone or not. Most of us have opinions about fate and destiny, but whether we believe in such theories or not, we still have a responsibility to live our lives and make plans for the future. If we refuse to accept responsibility for our lives, we're still making plans. Plans for a shallow, boring existence. What we make in recovery are plans, not results. We'll never know whether the marriage, the education, or the new job is going to work out until we try it. We simply exercise our best judgment, check with our sponsor, pray, use all the information at hand, and make the most reasonable plans we can. For the rest, we trust in the loving care of the God of our understanding, knowing that we've acted responsibly. Just for today, I will make plans, but I will not plan the results. I will trust in my higher power's loving care. All right. I hope somebody got something from that. Don't forget to check out Rob's channel over at Everyday Demons Will Conquer Us. Link in the description. I hope you all have a blessed day. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, you got an extra reading today. Take care, everyone. Bye.